Swamping is a project that explores changing ecologies and artistic practice. This weekend we are opening the exhibition Liquid Mantras from Patricia Domínguez in the Kunstverein here in Arnsberg. And we have the transdisciplinary Symposium Wetlands for Future.
During the dictatorship in Chile by Pinochet, the main common goods were privatized, most the water. And there's nothing being left for people and animals.
Patricia transforms this activist language in a very ritualized, almost shamanic practice. She merges digital and real elements into this future landscape. She has also this connection and works very often with indigenous people. We have been able to bring in a facsimile of the Troana Codex that talks about water divination. It's not only a way of looking back, it's a way of looking into the future. How can we learn from more than human forms of existence and explore moors and swamps as a form of creation in art? Maybe this original form of ecology is also indispensable for the future of the earth.
Die Moore und Sümpfe sind unser Naturerbe. Das sind sehr bedeutende Lebensräume hier im Arnsberger Wald.
Man kann Dinge tun und sie funktionieren. Wir haben den Bach schlicht und ergreifend in die Fläche geleitet und so ein Zustand entsteht dann sehr schnell.
Swamping is not only to be understood as an actual landscape, but also as a way of thinking.
How do materials stick to us, and how do we stick to them? I explore the symbolic and material strata of peatlands as sticky, textured and transitional spaces.
Imagine cultivating habitats beyond human habits. Feeling and finding courage in precarity, balance in instability, comfort in fluidity, peat compatibility.
This work is about a wetland, and it's in a wetland. Extremely poor people used to live there, and they used to improvise temporary structures made out of soil. We now want the carbon to remain in the soil and not in the atmosphere.
With the swamp school, we try to bring alternative pedagogy, learning from the swamp.
Through history, humans have shaped wetlands into habitats, while also waging war on them.
We must both rehabilitate the swamp ecologically, but also embrace it conceptually as a space of complexity, hybridity, queerness and paradox.
Katrin Schwemmer-Funke, a local artist, created an ongoing food performance. She made schwammbrote for everyone to really get in the culinary understanding of how a swamp could taste. We invite students from the master program Spatial Strategies in Berlin. There's augmented and virtual reality works. There's performances.
What is this humanity that we see inside miracles and oracles that we are somehow having difficulty seeing other beings or other ecosystems? And I was attracted to this archaeology and symbols and created 3 drawings that imagine these other martyrs inside this Western Catholic history.
Medusa, in form of a huge jellyfish, floats directly above us. It's a form of liberation of her again.
It's a virtual forest, it's not a real forest. Like no forest is. It's an economic system. And now you are invited to play.
This ancestral garden is trying to make sense of my lineage, combining a lot of our cosmology.
They say churches, abbeys, and monasteries, like the one where you now stand, were built atop sacred springs. Water was always holy.
I'm questioning the forms of ownership over the land, especially in my case, exploitation of oil.
These peatlands speak in another tongue. They tell stories in a language not fully legible.
Within this narrative, in the near future, humans try to attempt communication with the atmosphere through the use of AI.
that this project, Swamping, can bring some imagination of how we can think beyond the idea of ecological disaster, but also see that we are connected already to ecological forms that has been there and we can recreate them as a way forward.